Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new to the channel, my name is Matt and I run the channel Punch Greens Golf, where I do a lot of golf simulator videos and golf related topics. If you clicked on this link, you're interested in doing the same and getting into and specifically getting into making your own golf simulator on the cheap. And if you look at a lot of my old videos, that's how I started and I really love it. I think it's a great idea. And I really suggest you taking the step in the plunge into the golf simulator world and building your own golf simulator. So stick around. I'm gonna walk you through how to build a cheap golf simulator to get started and to get in a lot more golf practice than you ever had hoped for before. So stick around, grab a drink, grab a snack, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and we're gonna get right into it here. So the first thing you're gonna need for your simulator is, of course, a space. And that is not gonna be factored into the cost here of your simulator because that's assumed that you already have a space. So the cheapest possible way for most of you guys is gonna be outside. And it's honestly, if you have a space, basically you wanna make sure you have a flat space and that you're away from any people or neighbors that could possibly walk by with an errant ball or something like that. So if you're gonna be outside, make sure it's in a level space, make sure you're in a safe space and you have plenty of room to golf. Now, my preferred space would be indoors. That's what I have. And if you're fortunate enough to have an indoor space like a garage or a shed or something like that, then that's what you want to do because that's going to allow you to golf at any time of day, any type of weather. And you'll see a lot of my videos, I film them at night just because I am a working parent. So my golf simulator videos are mainly filmed at night or on the weekends, especially if it's raining in the wintertime. And if you're going to be inside, there's a couple things you're going to need. You're going to want to have a 9-foot minimum ceiling height. If you're a little on the shorter side, you can get by with about 8.5 feet, and that's what I have. But 9 feet, is really the minimum that you're really going to want. And then for the dimensions, when I'll get into the simulator that I use, which is the Garmin R10, you're going to want about 17 feet length and a minimum 10 feet width, but I'd probably go 10 to 12 feet. Now, with the length, the reason you need that is because you need 6 to 8 feet from the Garmin to the ball, and then you need an additional 8 to 10 feet from the ball to the net. That's just how a Garmin works, and you really need that space for the radar technology to pick up the golf ball. Now, the width, you can get by. I think the wider the room you have, the better. I have about 10 feet and that seems to work for me. All right, so for this next set of items, I have everything in my Amazon storefront under the $1,000 golf simulator build, and you can go there, check the description, or check my link tree, and you'll see all the items that I have listed out here to get this build going. So first thing you're gonna need is obviously the Garmin R10. Check out a lot of my other videos about this. I have a full in-depth review on this golf simulator on my channel, and I think there's a lot of affordable golf simulator technology come into the market. I've had the Garmin for about 2 years and I think it's awesome and I'm still glad that I bought it. It's $600, so that's going to be your first investment, $600 Garmin R10. You can also, a newer unit that's come on the market is the Rapsodo. I think that one is $700. It's a little bit harder to get. I don't have a lot of experience with that one, but I know there's a lot of great information out there, so you could get by with that, but I think the cheapest possible way would be the Garmin. Now, $600 is the new price. If you want to go used, there's a lot of people that have bought them, that have sold them, probably around $400 to $500 I've seen on the used market, but you probably won't get a warranty with that. So if you can, I'd recommend going new, but you don't necessarily have to do that. So definitely check that out and make sure to check out if you want more information, comment below. Check out some of my other videos to get that information. Now, with the next thing you're going to need is a hitting mat. So the one I have linked is the Go Sports hitting mat. It's $120 as of filming this video. I know it does go on sale a lot, especially with Prime Day coming up. You might be able to get it cheaper than that, but that's probably going to be your cheapest possible mat that you can go with for new. Now that's the one I started out with. It is a good mat. It can be a little harsh because it is so cheap. So I would recommend putting some foam or something under it if that's what you're going to go with. Another option you could do is you could get a mat at one of your driving ranges or golf courses. They sell their old mats all the time, and you can probably get a pretty good deal there. But if you're just trying to go new in the easiest possible way, I'd recommend just getting the Go Sports hitting mat. I think it's $120 as of filming this video. Now I have another review about hitting mats, and I'll link it here and go check that out. I upgraded my hitting mat after a couple months because I noticed that it was a little too hard for me. and I spent, the mat that I have is about $600, so it is quite an increase. But if you're just trying to get started, you just want to get, hitting golf balls with the Garmin, I definitely recommend just getting the cheapest possible hitting mat and getting going. Now, the last thing you're going to need, well, one of the last things you're going to need is a net. Now, there's the bare minimum net that I found is the Go Sports net. It's $80 as of filming this video, and that's actually the net I started with as well. That one, it's not bad. It's kind of a pain to set up and put away, but it is good to get started. You will find over time, especially if you keep it outside, it will probably start to degrade over a while, especially how many balls you hit into this thing. If you're hitting hundreds of balls a day into it, eventually it's probably not going to hold up, but it is only $80. But it's a great net to get started with. I would definitely recommend that net. Now, if you want to step up your net game here, I started with the Spornia net. After I switched out of the one that I just talked about, I went to the Spornia net. That one's a little bit more. I think it's $280 as of filming this video. I have a full review on that, and I have links to that in the description. So go check out the video if you want to hear about that net. But I think that might be a little expensive for some people to start with. So I do really like that net, but I think for the cheapest possible net you could go is $80 for the Go Sports net. Again, on Amazon, and you might be able to get a deal on that one too, because I do see the prices fluctuate on that a lot. The last thing you're going to need, again, not factored into this video, into the cost, is a smartphone, because I think everyone has a smartphone in this day and age. That is gonna, you need either an Android or an iPhone smartphone, and the reason you're going to need that is so you can run the Garmin software. That's all you're really going to need to get your golf simulator going. Now, what you could do, and this is another option, you could get if you have an iPad, or if you want to have a dedicated iPad for the golf simulator, then I would check out my link on my Amazon storefront, like I mentioned. That is, I believe, as of filming this, I think I use the 9th generation iPad, and I think that was $280. I think that's what it's cost right now. And I liked having that because I could have something separate from my phone to use the simulator software. And again, not required. You could just get by with your smartphone, and a lot of people just do that. Now, a couple accessories that you might want after, if you have a little bit of money left over, you're definitely going to want, obviously, golf balls. You could upgrade to the RCT, Titleist RCT balls. I have a video on that as well, and I didn't find that it was worth it. They're pretty expensive, and I didn't see a huge improvement over just a normal golf ball, so definitely not required. So go check out that video if you're curious. And then you also might want like a golf ball tray, just so you kind of feel more like you're at a driving range or something like that nature. And if you check my videos out, you'll see that I have a pretty cheap tray in there. It's green. I think it was like 20 or 30 bucks. And another thing you're going to want, again, you don't need this either, but it's like a stand for your phone or something, so you can, put your phone down, have somewhere so you can watch it as you hit balls. Okay, here's the Garmin. Here it is right here. I have a whole video on this, but you'll see it comes in a nice case. You can open it up. And a cool thing it does come with, it has this little, I guess you call this a phone holder. So this clips right into your bag, and then you put your phone right here. And it's kind of cool, especially when you're at the driving range, because it's nice you can just take your Garmin to the driving range and have that clipped in. Again, this is featured in my Garmin video, so go check that out. All right, so that should do it. Hopefully this video helped you to build your golf simulator and start your journey. And remember, you don't have to buy everything at once, and you can start small. So if you look at my channel where I started, if you go probably back a year or so from my first couple of videos till now, you'll see my golf simulator has really grown, and it's gotten better as I've gone. So I started with just a net and a mat and a smartphone, and now you'll see I'm running gspro off a laptop, a projector, and I have a full enclosure. So this video is really more intended to be kind of a first foot in the water, so to speak, into the golf simulator world to get you started. Definitely let me know if you have any questions about my build or things you're thinking about buying. Leave a comment, leave a like, remember to subscribe, and we'll catch you next time. Thanks again.